Pay attention once again on the topic sonnet, a love song. पिछले वीडियो मैंने बताया था सॉनेट की उत्पत्ति कहाँ से हुई, कहे हुए सबसे पहले सॉनेट कौन लिखा, किसको फादर ऑफ सॉनेट कहा गया, और पेट्रार्कन सॉनेट की क्या राइम स्कीम थी, उसकी डेफिनेशन क्या थी, सॉनेट की डेफिनेशन क्या थी. टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस about some other sonnetiers who were very popular in 16th century. It is said that 16th century is known to the name of sonnet. The age of Elizabeth was very popular for the new form of literature, and in those days England was called the nest of singing bird. What? The nest of singing bird, because sonnet was the mouthpiece song of 16th century. This was why most of the scholars of England practiced this popular literary form sonnet and popularized this literary form. Today, I am going to introduce some other sonnetiers. Sir Philip Sidney. Sir Philip Sidney was also the contemporary of William Shakespeare in 16th century. While Philip Sidney was senior to Shakespeare, Philip Sidney composed 108 sonnets and 11 songs. How many? 108 sonnets and 11 songs by addressing Penelope or Lady Rich. Means Philip Sidney addressed his love song sonnet to Penelope or Lady Rich. His sonnets published in 1591 to the title or to the name Astrophel and Stella. What? Astrophel and Stella. He addressed to Penelope or Lady Rich, published in 1591 to the title Astrophel and Stella. After that, Edmund Spenser. Edmund Spenser was one of the most popular sonnetier and scholar of 16th century. His The Fairy Queen and Allegory is very popular in the field of English literature in 16th century. Edmund Spenser composed 88 sonnets and an epithalamion. Epithalamion means विवाह गीत. ऐसा माना जाता है कि एडमंड स्पेंसर ने अपने विवाह के अवसर पर खुद विवाह गीत लिखा था जो उनके शादी में गाया गया था. तो एन एपिथालामियन मीन्स होता है विवाह गीत, मैरिज सॉन्ग. तो एडमंड स्पेंसर कंपोज 88 sonnets and an epithalamion by addressing Elizabeth Boyle. It is said that Elizabeth Boyle was his beloved, and later on she became the wife of Edmund Spenser, and he composed 88 sonnets and an epithalamion by addressing Elizabeth Boyle. His sonnets and epithalamion published in 1594 to the title Amoretti. To the title Amoretti. Amoretti is the title of Spenser's sonnet, which was published in 1594. The rhyme scheme of Spenserian sonnet. Rhyme scheme of Spenserian sonnet is A B B A, B C B C, C D C D, E E. Means 1, 2, 3. 3 quatrain and 1 couplet. In 3 quatrain and 1 couplet. 4 lines, 4 lines, 4 lines and 2 lines. Means Spenserian sonnet is into 3 quatrain and 1 couplet in iambic pentameter. You know that most of the literary form or literary written in iambic pentameter is stressed and unstressed syllable. Michael Drayton, also contemporary of William Shakespeare in 16th century, Michael Drayton composed 64 sonnets by addressing Phoebe. Phoebe was his beloved and he addressed 64 sonnets to Phoebe, and his sonnet published to the title Ideas Mirror in 1594 to the title Ideas Mirror. It means 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 4 other sonnetiers of 16th century were popular in the field of sonnet. And after that came William Shakespeare in the field of sonnet, and he composed 154 sonnets. And I am going to introduce the structure and theme of Shakespearean sonnet. On what theme Shakespeare wrote sonnets and how many sonnets to whom he addressed. माइकल ड्रेटन के बाद अब यहाँ पर टॉमस वाट and the Earl of Surrey. Thomas Watt and the Earl of Surrey were diplomats, and they made their diplomatic journey to Italy in 16th century, and they brought the seeds of sonnet from Italy to England and scattered those seeds on the fertile literary land of England, and the seed is sprouted as a new kind of sonnet, because Thomas Watt at first introduced sonnet in England. Before Thomas Watt, there was no existence of sonnet in England. This is why Thomas Watt is called the father of English sonnet, because it was Thomas Watt who at first introduced sonnet in England in 16th century. This is why Thomas Watt is called the father of English sonnet in England. Thomas Watt composed 96 sonnets. Out of them 31 sonnets were very popular. How many? 31 sonnets were very popular, very famous, which published in 1557 to the title Total Miscellany नाम से यह पब्लिश हुई. After that, Earl of Surrey, one of the diplomatic of England, who composed 15 or 16 sonnets, and Thomas Watt changed the pattern of sonnet, the rhyme scheme and structure of the sonnet was changed by the Earl of Surrey, and his sonnet was known to the name of the English sonnet. The English sonnet. But Earl Surrey composed 15 or 16 sonnets, and his sonnet was known to the name of the English sonnet because he changed the pattern of sonnet. While Thomas Watt composed his sonnets on the pattern and structure of Petrarch, but he introduced sonnet in England at first. This was why he is called the father of sonnet in England. And Earl Surrey changed the pattern of sonnet, and his sonnet is known to the name of the English sonnet. Later on, William Shakespeare followed the structure of the Earl of Surrey. William Shakespeare followed the structure of Surrey, and he composed 154 sonnets. 154 sonnets by addressing a handsome boy and a dark lady. It is said that William Shakespeare followed the structure of the Earl of Surrey, and he composed 154 sonnets by addressing the Earl of Southampton, Mr. H.W. or W.H. and the dark lady. Listen. William Shakespeare composed 154 sonnets by addressing the Earl of Southampton. Perhaps the Earl of Southampton was Mr. H.W. or W.H. because about Shakespeare nothing is clear and confirmed. So it is said that Mr. H.W. was the Earl of Southampton. His full name was Henry Wriothesley, the Earl of Southampton, and W.H. William Herbert, who was perhaps the Earl of Pembroke, and his age was near about 12 years, and he was near about 18 years. And William Shakespeare in those days was near about 30 or 31. This was why even the man of 30 or 31 cannot make friendship with the boy of 12 years, but he may make the friendship with the boy of 18 years. This was why it is said that William Shakespeare addressed Mr. H.W. but not Mr. W.H. means William Wriothesley, the Earl of Southampton, and he was the Earl of Pembroke, W.H. was the Earl of Pembroke, and Mr. H.W. were the Earl of Southampton. And the dark lady was perhaps Mary Featon. It is said that perhaps dark lady was Mary Featon, and it is also said that the dark lady Mary Featon was a Italian dancer in the court of Elizabeth. And William Shakespeare loved Mary Featon. This was why he addressed 26 sonnets. How many? William Shakespeare dedicated 26 sonnets to Mary Fitan, and he addressed 126 sonnets to Mr. H.W. William Shakespeare dedicated 26 sonnets to Mary Fitan, an Italian dancer in the court of Elizabeth, to whom William Shakespeare loved, and 126 sonnets to Mr. H.W., the Earl of Southampton, and two sonnets were dedicated to Cupid. He dedicated Cupid. Two sonnets were dedicated to Cupid. In this way, William Shakespeare composed 154 sonnets. Out of them, 164 sonnets were dedicated to Mr. H.W., the Earl of Southampton, 26 sonnets to Mary Fitan, and 2 sonnets to Cupid. Listen. Sonnet number 99 were in 15 lines. विलियम शेक्सपियर ने सॉनेट अपने 99 सॉनेट को 15 लाइन में लिखा. सॉनेट नंबर 126 इन 12 लाइन्स 6 कपलेट में लिखा. कपलेट 2 लाइन की होती है, 6 कपलेट में लिखा. सॉनेट नंबर 145 इन टेट्रामीटर, इसको उन्होंने टेट्रामीटर में लिखा. तो 3 सॉनेट का यहाँ पर ट्विस्ट है. सॉनेट नंबर 99 इन 50 लाइन्स, जबकि सॉनेट 14 लाइन की होती है, लेकिन सॉनेट नंबर 99 इन 50 लाइन्स, 126 in 12 lines in 6 into 6 couplet, and 145 in tetrameter. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ शेक्सपियरियन सॉनेट के स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? 14 लाइन की कविता होती है, उन्होंने 4 भागों में बांटा, 3 क्वार्टेन एंड 1 कपलेट. 4 लाइन्स 4 लाइन्स 4 लाइन्स, 3 क्वार्टेन्स एंड 2 लाइन्स 1 कपलेट. यहाँ राइम स्कीम क्वार्टेन ए बी, दूसरा क्वार्टेन सी डी, तीसरा क्वार्टेन ई एफ और कपलेट जी, और कपलेट को जी में उन्होंने बांटा. यही स्ट्रक्चर था अर्ल ऑफ सरे का, जो द इंग्लिश सॉनेट था अर्ल ऑफ सरे. और इनके मरने के बाद इनके सॉनेट को द शेक्सपियरियन सॉनेट के नाम से जाना गया. मीन्स आफ्टर डेथ ऑफ विलियम शेक्सपियर दिस सॉनेट वाज नोन टू द नेम ऑफ द शेक्सपियरियन सॉनेट.